What's up, guys? Prince Sports here again. We're gonna talk today about top 10 players that I think could be on the move for the next season. Now, some of you already don't win the white towel for the next upcoming season. For this current NBA season. I still think the season's still gonna kick off. I still think the Clippers gonna win the championship. If not the Clippers, it's gonna be the Lakers. I got both of the championship will come out of both of those teams. So whether we get a season or not, I think that's who your champion's going to be. But back to the regularly scheduled program of what this video is about. These 10 players I think will be on the move this upcoming season. Now they may go to different teams, but this is my predictions where I think they will go and who will they get traded for, because I'm going to do a realistic trade and who they could get rid of to get these acquiring players, okay, to acquire these players. So let's start off with number 10. Number 10 is not a big time player, but he's alright. It's Miles Turner. Okay, I got Miles Turner going to the Sacramento Kings. Okay, he's most likely going to get traded for Harrison Barnes. I got him getting traded for Harrison Barnes. A simple swamp, role player for role player. Neither team is going to win the championship. They're just going to get an upgrade of a role player. All right, so that's very simple. All right, number 9 I got is the Los Angeles Lakers. Kyle Kuzma. Okay, now Lakers going to get the Lakers roster will be completely different starting this upcoming season for the 2021 year. I believe Kyle Kuzma would have been traded this season if the trade deadline lasted longer. They couldn't get him traded because the players they wanted to get for him, teams weren't budging. They didn't want to make the trade for him. Okay, but I got Kyle Kuzma going to the Chicago Bulls. Okay, they're gonna trade him. I think they're gonna trade him to the Bulls, and they're gonna package him with Danny Green and Quentin Cook. Quentin Cook. Okay. I think those 3 guys would be a package deal to go to the Chicago Bulls. Now I'm going to reveal what player I think from the Bulls goes to the Lakers later on in this list. So both of those players on this list connect to each other. So I don't want to reveal it completely now. All right. And my number, I had 9, 8. So number 8 is Julius Randle, okay, from the New York Knicks, my city, New York. I believe the Knicks would trade him to the OKC Thunder, package him with Frank Nikita, Ty Gibson, and the guy I like. I think he has a good future as a good role player, and that's Kevin Knox. And he goes to the OKC Thunder. All 3 of those guys get packaged to the OKC Thunder. Okay, I'm gonna reveal later on this list who I think they get packaged for within this deal. Okay, now number 7 is Aaron Gordon from the Orlando Magic. I got him going to the Phoenix Suns. Yes, he's gonna go to the place of no return, the bottom of the NBA, a losing franchise, so to speak. You think of the Phoenix Suns, you think of losing. Damn, Phoenix Suns haven't been good in God knows how long. But I believe they're gonna get Aaron Gordon, and the deal is they're gonna send Kelly Oubre to the Orlando Magic. Now, Aaron Gordon is just what the Phoenix Suns ordered. He's a combo forward. He could play. He's a power forward, but he could play. He could play the 3 as well. He's a good, diverse, athletic forward. So he's great for the Phoenix Suns. I believe they're gonna give up the Phoenix Suns will have to package a little more, though. I think to get oh my God, Aaron Gordon. Excuse me. I believe they're gonna have to package more to get Aaron Gordon, and I think you could give up Kelly Oubre and a couple first-round draft picks will be icing on the cake for a team like the Orlando Magic, because they're not going nowhere. God knows they suck. Okay, so they're a perfect team for rebuilding. I mean, Orlando Magic needs draft picks in order to get big, because a lot of players just don't look at that as a place to go to. You know, nobody wants to go to Orlando Magic on their own will. All right, so number 6 is Buddy Hield. Okay, I got Buddy Hield. He plays for the Sacramento Kings, should be the Las Vegas Kings. Okay, but Bugs Bunny himself, Buddy Hield, will be going. He'll be going to the Philly 76ers. Okay, I got him going to the 76ers. And I think he's just what Philly needs. You know, he's also been rumored to go to the 76ers not too long. So I think the Philly 76ers will pull a deal. They're going to pull the trigger on getting Buddy Hield. Now the deal for Buddy Hield will be Zaire Smith, I believe, Al Hartford, and a couple first-round picks. That should seal the deal for Buddy Hield. You know, shot jacking Bugs Bunny, Buddy Hield. Okay, he's my number 6 on the list. All right. So now number 5 would be Drew Holiday from a team that I like, the New Orleans Pelicans. This team is deep, man. I think this team is going to be a great team coming next season. They're going to get it together. They're going to go to the playoffs. They're not going to win the championship, but they're going to be a playoff contending team in 2021 season. I love a lot about this team. I like where they're going. I see a lot of potential in this team. All right? No, I keep telling people I'm not biased. I just see things as I see. You know, if something looks good, it looks good. If something looks funky, it looks funky. You know? And this is a franchise that looks good. I think it has a promising future. All right? And what I'm about to do for them, if this happens, David Griffin could get the GM of the year, basically. I got Drew Holiday going to the Denver Nuggets. Okay? He's going to go to the Denver Nuggets for Michael Porter Jr., first-round pick, and another player. I mean, you could package another player in there, just another guy that probably a bench warmer, not going to be much of a big impact. But I think the nail in the coffin will be Michael Porter Jr. and a couple of draft picks. New Orleans would love something like that, because they're a team. Think about it, they're a team for the future, right? Why not build on a bunch of young pieces? You're just gonna let Drew Holiday waste away the remaining left of his career being on the Pelicans, and he wants to compete. So why not send him to a team that has championship aspirations, like the Denver Nuggets? So this is a perfect trade for both teams. He goes to compete for a championship, and the New Orleans Pelicans becomes one of the hottest teams in the league with young talent. You know, if they could re-sign Brandon Ingram, you would have him, Zion Williamson, and Michael Porter Jr. is an awesome pickup. Perfect. All right. Now, number 4 on my list is the Cleveland Cavaliers' own. I got the hat right here. Is Kevin Love. Now, Kevin Love is going to be on the move. He's wasting his time being in the Cleveland Cavaliers uniform. So why not send him to a team that's competing, right? Now, I have Kevin Love in several of my scenarios of what teams he could go to, because he fits for a lot of teams. But realistically, if you want to do a good trade for him, you could just keep him on the East Coast, send him to Boston. You know, Boston by all means necessary loves. How should I say this? Boston loves they love some nice good vanilla. Okay, they like when the snowflakes in a city like Boston. If you get my drift, and Boston and the city of Dallas by far loves. They like vanilla a real lot. So why not trade? Acquiring piece for acquiring piece. I got the Cavs. Straight up trade. Gordon Hayward goes to the Cavs. He could waste away his years on the Cavs and put up some empty stats. And Kevin Love could go and compete for a championship on the Boston Celtics. That's an even trade for trade. Now, number 3 on my list is connection to number 8 on my list, which was Julius Randle. Okay? Julius Randle and Chris Paul. That's the player. Chris Paul goes to the New York Knicks. He's a perfect candidate for the New York Knicks. He has a big contract. He's a point guard that's somewhat on the decline, walking on his way out the door, so to speak. And he's a perfect candidate for a team like the Knicks. All right? You put him on the Knicks, and the Knicks will give up all those pieces that I said prior to earlier on in the video when I said Julius Randle was going to OKC. OKC gets Julius Randle and a bunch of young pieces, and the Knicks get a veteran in CP3. Knicks like stuff like that. They're always going to take a player on some major contract, for New Yorkers just to only complain about how the Knicks gave up too much for Chris Paul. I see it all right now. So Chris Paul going to the Knicks makes perfect sense. But I tell you this much: if the Knicks get CP3 and they could combine CP3, RJ Barrett with another good player, let's say a Kevin Love, let's say Marc Gasol, you could put on that list, but not to a lesser degree. But let's say they could get Brandon Ingram. If you get Brandon Ingram, Brandon Ingram, RJ, and Chris Paul, that's a great big 3 right there. That's at least competing to go to the playoffs. So that's not bad. All right, number 2 on my list is connected to number 9 on my list. That's Kyle Kuzma going to the Chicago Bulls. For guess who? Zach LaVine. Okay, Zach LaVine is a guy that the Lakers was rumored to get anyway. I think the Lakers would pick this guy up. He's young, he's athletic, he could score. He's another player that you're going to put on the Lakers for LeBron and company to complain about as his numbers go down. So I see this going haywire, but it's a big mess that the Lakers like. Now don't take out of mind that the Lakers are interested in Chris Paul as well too. There's rumors that the Lakers want Chris Paul, but I think they would have to give up too much to get Chris Paul. Okay, but I won't rule that out. Just keep in mind, Lakers like their stars. This is Hollywood, all right, and they like stacking the deck with name brand players or players that have marquee name. All right, even if they're out of their prime, Lakers would like something like that. LeBron would have to come off the ball a lot if Chris Paul comes, but I think he'll make that sacrifice. So LeBron is one of those players that could adjust to playing a lot of styles of basketball. He has a high basketball IQ. All right, now number 1 on my list. Dun, 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 dun. Number 1 on my list for the biggest players that I think are going to get traded, or the biggest prediction I can make, is Bradley Beal going to the Brooklyn Nets. All right. Woo! You pair that up with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, you got a big 3 in the Brooklyn, and that is going to be some crazy trade if that takes place. But I believe that's going to happen. I believe that's going to be one of the biggest trades of the summer. Watch out for the Brooklyn Nets this upcoming season. They're going to be a force to reckon with. Okay, I think Chris LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't know why his last name is Dinwiddie, but if you look how it's spelled, it don't rhyme off that way. But and a couple first round picks, you give that to Washington Wizards, they would take something like that. And they're a team building for the future. You could build for a future with all those pieces and a couple first round picks. Perfect. The Brooklyn Nets are a team that looking to win the championship now when you have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in full strength. Bradley Beal would make the big three for that team, and that'd be the best team in the Eastern Conference if you ask me. And that'd be the team that goes to the finals for 2021. And I believe that team will meet the Lakers in the finals for 2021. Now, I don't believe the Lakers are going to win the championship this year, but I believe everything. I believe that everything is telling me, everything's pointing to me that it's going to be a Brooklyn Nets versus Los Angeles Lakers finals. LeBron James versus Kevin Durant, the rematch again. I believe everything. It has all the perfect storylines to it too. I know the NBA would like something like that too. So that's my top 10 prediction list for players that I think is going to go elsewhere.